because warning signs can't be seen properly. They're calling for barriers at the start of the slope and for part of it to be fenced off. The coroner recorded a verdict of accidental death and asked Derbyshire County Council to review safety.
A Derby man has been told he'll go to prison if he ignores a court order stopping all-night blues parties. 52-year-old David Pearson admitted breaching a High Court injunction by holding parties in Randolph Road in July. They took place throughout the summer, mainly at weekends. Proceedings were taken by the City Council because people nearby said the noise and disturbance went on until dawn. Pearson was sentenced to 3 weeks in jail, suspended for a year. 130 refugees from the former Yugoslavia are due to arrive in Kettering within the next half hour. 7 coaches travelled to Slovenia at the beginning of the week to collect the families. The trip was organised by Gerald Smith, a Northampton head teacher who had previously rescued 20 refugees from the war zone around Sarajevo. Finally, football. 3 teams in the region are in action this evening in the preliminary round of the Anglo-Italian Cup. Here are the latest scores. At the baseball ground, it's now Derby County 4, in fact. It says 3-2 there, but it's 4-2 against Notts County. And at Filbert Street, Leicester City are leading Grimsby Town 4-0. There is one result from the GM Vauxhall Conference. Boston United 0, Stafford Rangers 1. Time for the weather forecast now from Bernard Davey.
Good evening. Even if it was only for one day, it was nice to see temperatures climb as high as 21 or 22 over southern parts of England. Slightly different story over Scotland and Northern Ireland, where they were struggling to get much above 12 or 13. The warmer weather is going to be pushed away with these weather fronts, this one bringing a fair number of showers. And then out to the Atlantic, this little system is going to break away, a flat system, and it's going to trundle across southern counties, bringing some rain. And then during Friday, phasing in with a system further north, so there could be a fair number of showers and rain around during Friday, and then a ridge of high pressure for Saturday, giving a slightly better day. The winds are still from the southwest over southern and eastern counties, but gradually going round to a northwesterly direction, and I think by the end of the night we'll all be in west and northwesterly winds, and through tomorrow they'll be quite brisk, especially if you have a fairly hefty shower passing through. At the moment there's still a fair number of showers scattered around the country, there's maybe 1 or 2 heavy ones, but through the night they'll be mostly confined to these northern and western coasts, though we could find a band of showery rain pushing through East Anglia in the southeast. For the north, a pretty cold night, temperatures as low as 5 to 7. Tomorrow most places starting off dry bright with some sunshine, showers around northern and western coasts. They'll become much more widespread, some of them fairly heavy with hail and thunder, clouding up in the southwest, and we could find some rain getting into southwestern England and trundling across these southern counties later tomorrow. Temperatures, very cool in the northwest, 12 or 13, but perhaps as high as 18 or 19 in the southeast, and the winds, as I've already mentioned, from a west or northwesterly direction. On to Friday, any rain clearing away from the southeast, bright, some sunshine, but a fair number of showers around. Once again, especially to the north and west, here we find some of them of hail and thunder, and in northern Scotland, some very strong to gale force winds. As we go into Saturday, there'll still be some showers scattered around in the north and around these eastern coasts. For the bulk of the country, it'll be a fine day, a fair amount of sunshine, but later on, more cloud and rain into the southwest. That's it. Good night.
People are going to very peculiar lengths to watch the new Sunday night lineup on BBC1.
Good morning.
Bizarre behaviour in the Bouquet residence.
You can kiss me on the other cheek this morning.
At 7:45, life is just a little more romantic for the Elliott sisters, en France.
Evie, it's really happening. We are going to Paris.
You throw away everything you've built up.
Jack, you must understand, my work comes first.
Yes. Are you sure it's work?
And at 8:40, a booming business is worrying friends of the stir-crazed sisters, too.
You know, all this success of yours has forced me to take a long, hard look at my own life. And all I can see is an empty, meaningless void.
Oh, dear. Run out of Valium again, have we?
Narcotics remain an issue at 9:25 in the increasingly surreal world of Dr. Dacre.
I can usually supply people with drugs, any amount you need.
What do you want?
You know what I want.
She's my wife today.
Yes. Immaterial.
Strange, but true. It'll be worth making every effort to watch BBC1 on Sunday evening.
The late film tonight is The Highest Honour, based on the true story of an incredible friendship which grew up between 2 men who met as enemies in the Second World War. That's at 10:55. Now, destruction and terror are lurking, but nobody knows quite when it's going to happen or how bad it's going to be in the concluding part of the great Los Angeles earthquake.